the find command. The structure of the command is find, and then options, and then one or multiple paths, and then an expression. The most significant option is the F. Let me scroll down to see what that does. F, specify a file hierarchy for find to traverse. File hierarchies may also be specified as the operands immediately following the option. That's kind of confusing. Okay, let me make it more simple. The way the find command is used, you have the word find, and let's say you just have one path, and then you have one expression. The job of the find in that case would be to find that expression in the URI of the path or in the URI of any path underneath that path, in a subdirectory of that path. Okay, I'm going to talk about something which is a little bit confusing about the find command. You see here where it says expression? That expression can have, as part of that expression, something that looks like an option, but it's not an option. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and show you what some of those things are. Okay, I think they're what are called primaries. Yeah. Okay, like for example this one. The expression can be like with a dash name and then a pattern. And all of that would be the expression. This whole thing I have highlighted is the expression. So let's go back up. Okay, see this expression? It would be like dash name and then the actual name or string. Okay, here's an example. I did find, and then the path is the tilde, which is in my home directory, and then I wrote music. And this is what I got. I got every path in my home directory and every path in my music directory, which is in my home directory. Now, let me try a different command. Find tilde, so find in the home directory, and I'll put name music. I wonder if it'll do the exact same thing. Alright, what did it do? Well, it didn't take as long. Find tilde name music. Music. Sim Labib. Well, this is a shorter list. Okay, I figured out what it is. The difference is find tilde name music searches for the word music in all the paths that include my home directory. In other words, it's looking for all the paths that contain the word music. Whereas the other one, it's thinking, okay, let me think about this. Okay, what this is, it says find, and find is basically, think of it as expand. Because if I type find tilde, it will list all the paths for the files in my home directory and the files in the subdirectories of my home directory. And when I say files, I mean both directories and files, not just files. So that's what find tilde does. Now, find tilde and then an expression means limit the output to what matches this expression. Okay? So, it limited the output to only the paths that have the string music in it. At the end of that path string, not just anywhere, okay? Okay, so that's how this one works. Now, let me clear the screen. Now, so how does this one work? This one is different. This one has two paths and no expression. So what it does is it outputs every file in my home directory with its path, and then when it's done doing that, it outputs every file in my music directory with its full path, and each listing on a separate line. Okay? That's why this had a huge output, whereas this had a small output. Not only does this limit it to the output which has the word music in it, it limits it to the output where the last word in it is the word music. You will notice that each one of these things it found ended with music. Okay? It did not find the ones where music was in the middle of it. Okay? Because if it did, it would have found all the songs in my music collection. Okay? So, and why is it the last word in it? It's because it's actually trying to find files or directories, and those are at the end of the URI path of the output. The output has lots of URI paths. Each line in that output ends with something. It ends with a file name or a directory name. So it's limiting it to the ones where the file or directory name is music, MUSIC. Okay?